Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances. I'm very excited to bring you this fragrance review and impressions of a house that I've really been curious about my entire fragrance journey. I finally got my hands on a bottle, and it's one of the newer releases, probably the newest release from the house, and this is from the house of Ensar Oud. So today we're going to talk about Sultan Murad. Yes. Now, I was intrigued not only because the name's kind of close to my name and I could be a sultan in disguise, I'm not going to say that, but I was intrigued because I wanted an aquatic experience. So, what we'll do is we'll roll my music, and then when I get back, without giving you too much in the intro, we'll talk about Sultan Murad from Ensar Oud. See you guys soon. Everybody, thank you guys again for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances, and again today we're going to talk about Ensar Oud's Sultan Murad. Now again, very excited to bring this to you because I was very curious about Ensar Oud in the start of my journey because you would establish, for me personally, I was like, okay, I want high price things because I'm pretty sure that high price things means greatness. And yeah, to an extent, of course, yeah. However, you have to be ready for it because if you don't have an understanding of what ingredients are, how they play with each other, what the difference between a synthetic versus natural versus, something that kind of is created to emulate a type of ingredient which could be frowned upon or banned or just not readily available. There's differences in styles and differences in the way that your own olfactory kind of processes that information and really kind of allows you to enjoy it. So coming back full circle into my fragrance journey now, having a bottle of Sultan Murad from Ensar Oud, I'm very excited to bring this review because it's taken me on a transportive journey. I've spoken with a good friend of mine. He really kind of gave me the breakdown in how to kind of process ouds. There's a adage saying that the way that people see ouds when you're talking about artisanal fragrances is in colors: red, purple, green, blue, whatever color you can kind of establish with the fragrance. So with that being said, let's talk more so about where this oud originates from. So we got New Guinea oud, and it being very high prized. It's started distillation, I believe, in 2013, as per the website. And essentially, what they did is they went with the Oricent style of distillation, which then intensifies the oud. And yes, I can vouch for that within the two wearings that I've had with this fragrance. Yes, absolutely true. It's very intense, especially in the starting. Now, what I do like about this fragrance is that it touches upon the green side of oud, the green Kinetic side. And for me personally, I do love my green fragrances, but I've never experienced a green fragrance like this. And the reason why I say that is it's very dry, very herbaceous. And that greenness is, I don't want to necessarily say relenting or relentless at the start, but it is, if you're not ready for it, especially on the first wearing, it is something that will catch you by surprise. So when you utilize fragrances like this, and what we're looking at is the 15 milliliter bottle, one spray, one and a half if you dare. That's it. Be very responsible with juices like this. Because again, going 5 to 7 sprays is abysmal. You're not going to enjoy it, and that's not what these types of fragrances are for. So with that being said, let's get back to the scent. Opening spray: green, herbaceous, dry, woody experience. Really. And what I personally recognize right from the start was caraway and rosemary. I didn't get too much of the green tea yet, and I didn't get too much of the green mandarin. But the caraway was singing, and it's almost like a dry, bitter green. Now, as I start to get a little bit more comfortable with the fragrance, yes, I was enjoying it, and I was enjoying how it started to mellow down. And that was a great experience because for me, what it does is it transports me into my imagination. And if you have time to actually sit there and really dissect the fragrance, let me know what your thoughts are, right? Because I want to see if maybe you had the same experience as I did. Because for me, during the first moments of the spray, I was transported to a jungle, a lush forest jungle-like experience where the heart's pounding a little bit. You're not too much aware of where you are or, where paradise may be, but you're fighting and you're fighting through this lush green fauna. And it may feel dangerous, it may feel scary, but there's still something in the back that's telling you, hey, chill, mellow out, you're on an experience. And that's cool because when we're talking about Sultan Murad, it's sort of like a three-part fragrance journey, which to me was eye-opening, especially near the end of it, and I'll explain why. Is once you start understanding where you are within the fragrance journey, you then start opening up these other notes. You get a wonderful bitter green tea note in the fragrance. And still with the caraway and rosemary singing, the bitter green tea kind of starts introducing some of the floral compounds that are in the middle. Now, I didn't get too much of violet, but I did get a wonderful delicate rose, especially on the first and second wearings. The rose was delicate, it was soft, it was inviting, it was beautiful. It wasn't feminine, it wasn't masculine, it wasn't anything other than a beautiful, delicate rose mixed in with a blue lotus or just lotus. And what this mid of the fragrance does is, as your heart's pounding, maybe 2 to 3 hours in, as your heart's pounding, figuratively, it tells you to, hey, just relax for a sec. You're in good hands. You're in a good place. Just chill. And you start relaxing and you start calming down because the fragrance in itself starts calming down and it starts relaxing and the greenness starts mellowing out and it's very beautiful and it's very calming and it's very intriguing. It keeps making you go back to smell more. It's a wonderful experience. And the blue lotus starts welcoming in the other notes in the background and the aquatic notes. And the one note that I thought I had no idea what it would smell like. I have, again, being new to Ensar Oud and new to this type of perfumery, when they say, oh, there's ambergris in this and ambergris in that, you're like, oh, okay, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, okay, sure, I smell it. But you don't necessarily know. This was like, this is what ambergris smells like. Do you like it? And the answer is, I love it. I love it because what it does is it shifts this beautiful green, lush forest like oud to a wonderful, beautiful blue aquatic like oud. And it's not marine in the sense of saltiness, but it's this wonderful ambergris note that's so lightly sweet that it invites the florals to flourish. The composition, the build of this fragrance is so traversial. It's so wonderfully built. I really have to give it an applause. It's magnificent. And to me, when that ambergris kicked in, something clicked and I was like, this is what ambergris is. And when you have those awakening moments in perfumery, especially when you get to a level of, I've experienced what I need to experience designer-wise, I've experienced what I need to experience niche-wise, there's nothing more than, okay, they're just kind of building off of certain DNAs. This to me is a very unique experience because It's an expansion of what you know. It's an expansion of what you want to know, what you want to build on. And the ingredients are so pure, so well crafted, meticulous in every stage of the journey that it doesn't feel like it's going off the rails at all. You just have to be careful when you're spraying stuff like this because it's strong, right? And then you let it mellow and then you feel good. So going back to the imagination, your heart's racing, you're going through this lush forest and you stumble across this beautiful pond where Lotus is sitting, enjoying all the other animals around it in its natural habitat. There's so much serene, so much tranquility, so much calmness in the air. It literally tells you, hey, chill out. You're okay. Just relax and free your mind. And then when this wave of blue kinetic energy comes in, it's the icing on the cake that shifts this fragrance to what Sultan Murad is. It's the victory. It's the victory of finding your way home through this journey. It's the victory of being patient and understanding that you'll be okay. And it's just wonderful. It's a mind-boggling experience. So Sultan Murad to me, I think, was a phenomenal experience. I think it definitely warrants the price of admission. Again, this is not something that you're going to spray every single day. So for me, 15 ml might be good. I would have preferred 30 ml, but I got to be real with myself, right? Um, One spray will definitely do it, and it's just a wonderful transportive experience. In my opinion, I think this is a very confident wearing, a very bold wearing, and then as soon as it shifts and it gets a little bit more mellow, then you're looking at something that I think is widely accepted, widely beautiful, just beautiful. I really want to harp on the word beautiful because I'm telling you, once that ambergris kicked in with the rose, I was sold. I was sold. To me, I thought that was just absolutely phenomenal. Now, even though that this is an oud fragrance, I don't necessarily think you need to be worried about any animalic characteristics. I don't think the animalics are there. I do think the dryness of the wood is definitely something that is a highlight of this fragrance, an experience that I didn't think I'd be able to understand or build upon. But to me, I really did find the value and the wonder of this beautiful oud being used in the way that it was distilled. Absolutely phenomenal. I think it's very unique from what I've smelt. I've smelt Crime and Punishment. I've smelt Chiara Coco. I've smelt Iris Gallia. This to me doesn't hold any redundancies. I think it's to me at least in my collection, it's a fresh, welcome addition. Um, and truthfully, if I were to score this fragrance, I think I'd give it a solid 9.3 out of 10. I think the presentation is absolutely wonderful with Ensar Oud. The bottle design is phenomenal. I love the beautiful plaque, especially the plaque to me on the 15 ml is gorgeous, gorgeous. I love how it takes up nearly the full display, the front display of the bottle, and it just feels great in hand. If you are into Ensar Oud, try it. Get your nose on it. Find a way to get your nose on it. I do think it's a wonderful experience. If you have tried it, please in the comments, let's add to the discussion. What were your thoughts? What were your experiences? Did you go through the same journey as I did or something similar? Or what was your journey? Please let me know. If you're going into the house of Ensar Oud, I'll have links in the description below. I do have a discount code, 15% off your purchase. I believe if you're a new customer to the Ensar Oud website, you can always try it, but it's a significant savings, so definitely capitalize on it. And I really, really hope to do more reviews. I will be reviewing Iris Gallia and Homerus for you guys. So please stay tuned, please subscribe, please like the content, and I can't wait to share my experiences as I grow within Ensar Oud. Thank you guys. Have a great one. Bye.